Hi, welcome back to the channel. My name is Marcy, and remember the series we've been doing, the series about people have regular jobs, but people also have their passions that they pursue. And your regular job does not have to be, well, basically, you don't have to be stuck with your regular job and you don't have to give up your passion for your job. So we can have both. And for many people, their passions have been a way for them to teach others and to make others grow and things like that. Now, today I am interviewing somebody that we have seen before in the channel, except at that time she was wearing her co-president hat for the executive PA network. But this time she is wearing her networking queen. I have crowned her the networking queen of Geneva. She is wearing her networking queen hat. And Daniela is someone who is very knowledgeable about networking. And I'm just going to let her introduce herself again. In case you have not watched the other video, I am going to link it in the bio. But please, introduce yourself.
Thank you, Mercy. So my name is Daniela Caseta. I'm a Brazilian, so born in Brazil, but origins in Italy. And I used to say that I'm living my 30 life right now. So my first life was in Brazil, until my 26 years old. Then I decided to travel around the world. That was an amazing experience. I worked in the cruise ship for few years. I lived in several countries in Europe. So I lived in Spain, in Italy, in UK, and arrived in Geneva 14 years ago. So now I'm living my 30 life. And, in my 30 life, I'm an executive assistant and I'm passionate about the networking.
Okay, so don't we all wish we had this? Now, young people who are watching my channel, because I mentor people and I send them to my channel, young people who are watching this, whatever you're doing now does not have to be what you do till forever. Somebody once told me, if you are told to buy a car and that's the only car you will drive for the rest of your life, which car would you choose? Nobody would be able to. So choose the career that works for you at that time, because you never know. You might end up being the next Daniela and live 3 lives, right?
Exactly.
So what do you consider networking? When someone says networking, what is it to you?
For me, networking is connections. Connections and making these connections with trust. Because all relationships in our lives, if there is no trust,
It's nothing.
It's nothing. So it's with your partner, with your director, with your manager, with your kids. So there is always relationship that you are creating and there is trust. So for me, the networking is creation. So we need to create relationship, and then with the time there is trust. And this, it's so powerful, because the people, you say, you give a recommendation, and because someone knows you and say, yes, she's someone that I can trust, my recommendation, that person you accept. So networking, connections with trust.
Great. And this is the thing I'm always telling people when they come to my networking events, and then they say, oh, but I met somebody, but I didn't meet anybody at that event, and I don't know. And it did not come to anything. And I keep telling them that it is not a one-time affair. You cannot meet somebody one day and then expect that that person is going to open doors for you. You have to actually invest in building and maintaining a network.
Yeah, exactly.
So Daniela seems to have figured out how to do this, since you've done all these lives that you've had, and now you have a full-time job as an executive assistant.
Exactly.
What encouraged you to start giving courses about networking?
Because I realized that people, they don't know the importance and they don't know how to do it. So how to network? So the people often ask me, but Daniela, how to do that? Where to do? When to do? So the idea is to really explain, give strategies to networking, where to networking, how networking. So this is so I figure out that I know how to do it. So I'm a queen of I'm a queen of network. But I do is nature on me. But it's not for everyone. So there are people that are more introvert people. There are people that are like more shy. There are some people that are extroverted, like we are.
Yes.
But there is also sometimes some challenges. So the idea is like really clean up this so that the people they can understand. So my idea is to help them, show them how can and then do it. It can be sometimes a little bit difficult, but I can help like to go for the other side and have fun.
Yes. I mean, for me, because I like talking, I like meeting new people, I like learning about new things, and I'm just naturally curious. So for me, networking comes very naturally. However, there was a point in my life where it was a bit hard, and that is when I started the networking in health. Not because networking was hard, but because I was finding it hard to network in a place where it was mixed companies, so men and women. And for many people, that's what happens. You just need to figure out what works for you, and then where the networking starts. And those are some of the things that you can learn from Daniela's courses, which we're going to talk about a little bit later. So, Daniela, you have a real job, full-time job.
Yes.
Do your networking skills or ever help you in your regular job as an EA?
All the time. All the time. So I realized that where I am now as an executive assistant and doing my job at Lombard Odier, I network all the time internally in a company.
Yeah.
So all the time I'm making connections, I'm meeting new people. You should meet someone. So, and this is helping me, my director, because sometimes it's a new person or a new joiner or someone, another director, or I make a connection with an executive assistant. So yes, it's extremely important
And
in my company.
it makes life so much easier when you're an executive assistant who knows the right way to network. You have to build your network. It's just one of those things. Okay. So what exactly, let's talk about the trainings that you're giving. So this is something that you're new at doing. Well, I mean, you've been doing it unofficially for a while.
Yes.
But then now, what exactly, if I come to these trainings, what am I expecting to find? What am I expecting you to teach me?
So you expect what I want that you learn is in reality the strategies, exactly how to network. So for example, before networking, before attend an event, not only an event, but let's talk about an event. So you need to prepare yourself. So how should you prepare yourself to attend this event? And what we should do during the event? And how we can proceed after the event? So there are three like phases. I divide this like the strategy and the how I can divide in three phases: before, during, and after. Because most of people, they forget that there is an after. So it means a follow-up. People forget about the follow-up. So they said, I have met 5 people, but then yes, I met then I talk once and then forget about it. So no, there is a follow-up to do. And sorry, it takes time as well.
Yes.
So to create your network, it takes time. Because in this course, I will give these tips. So like you need maybe mapping your network. Who is your networking now? So let's start in that. Because everybody has a networking already. So there are a few things. So I give practical tips to you that you can like put in in practice immediately.
Okay. I know that for my event, I usually encourage people to leave that place with at least 3 phone numbers and at least one scheduled meetup, whether it's a coffee, whether it's I tell people that because the minute you leave there and say that, oh, I'm going to follow up later, or say, oh, I'll get the email addresses from somewhere, or oh, there's a WhatsApp group, so I will. You never do it. So at least if you try, when you do it, then it's done. Okay.
Exactly.
So these sessions that you do, so for your business, for your activity, do you do them personal sessions? Do you do group sessions? Like, can friends ask you to call? Okay, that would not make sense because they're already friends, but maybe
Yeah.
they want to network for professional. They're friends, but they want to network professionally. Or can companies call you to
Yes,
help
of
them?
course. Yes, yes.
So what kind of
With
sessions
big
do you
pleasure.
do?
In reality, I'm feel much more comfortable, and I am really focused in women. Networking between women and between men are different. So and I feel much more comfortable, and I know better how to do with women. And yes, companies can call me. I'm in contact with like few associations to also give this course to like women, but of course open for work with men as well. But companies can also reach me if they like 1 hour section about the networking. Yes, I'm open for it.
Great. So she is in Geneva, and well, we will put information in the bio. Okay, so I'm looking very much forward to learning more about Daniela's networking things. And as I always say to the people who've been watching this channel for a while, your network is your net worth. You are not any, I would not be anything if I did not have a network. Most of my successes are thanks to my network. It's one of those things that sometimes you look around, like now, I am looking around and I'm thinking that I've known Daniela for about a year.
Yes, 1 year.
And we are even going to be hosting an event together now
Yeah.
because you get to meet people, you talk to them once, you talk to them twice. It did not come from talking to her once or twice. It came from observing her,
exactly.
from learning a few things about her passion. I think it was like 7 months after I knew you that I talked to you about networking in heels.
Yeah.
So, it's not that you meet somebody the first day and tell them all your problems, all your projects, all everything.
No, as I mentioned, it takes time.
It does.
It takes time. Can take 1 year, can take 2 years, but we need time to build your network.
Exactly. So, do you have anything else you want to say? Because some of my listeners are quite young people who are starting out in their profession and they don't really understand how networking can help them go from an intern to a CEO.
I understand because when I was younger, I didn't understand either. I started to understand now, recently, so I understand. But I think, especially for the young people, if you understand what is network now, oh my goodness, when you arrive in my age,
I know, right?
you don't get. So yeah, come to listen my course. So come to stay a moment with me, and then we will like learn together how you can maintain, build, maintain, grow up your network.
And one of the things that happens, especially in Geneva, is some people come and they get into a bubble, and the only people especially if you're like maybe you've come here with your spouse, you end up in a circle of very few people, and then you never go outside that circle. And there's very limited things that those few people can do for you, and then now it reaches a place where you are stuck. So creating a bigger network than what you already have. There is no such thing as too many people in your network. If you have 100 people in your network, you need 101. There's always that one extra person you need. Otherwise, I mean, what's the point of being there? And it doesn't always have to be what can somebody do for you. Sometimes it's what can you do for somebody.
Exactly. So you give because you receive back.
Exactly.
The universe will bring back.
Exactly. See, I'm Kenyan, she's Brazilian. We know these things.
We know these things, exactly.
All right. So thank you very much for watching, and thank you, Daniela,
for
this.
Thank you for the invitation. I'm looking forward to see all of you soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.